Hi guys, welcome. I am so excited today to be interviewing my good friend Katie Hornor from the Blog Connection. The Blog Connection has been around since 2014 and it has been an invaluable training and coaching program for me. When I started with my message several years ago, I knew I had a message and I knew I had something I wanted to share with the world, but I didn't know how to do it, and I didn't know how to start and get the ball rolling with having people to reach. I wanted to reach people, but I didn't know who to reach, and I didn't know how to go about making money from this business. And Katie was right there to help me through that and to coach me and just really boost my ability to get my message out. So Katie, welcome. I'm so glad to have you here today.
Thank you. Thanks for interviewing.
You're welcome. So tell me, what sparked your desire to form the Blog Connection?
So when my husband and I first started our business back in our online business in 2012, we were really like at the bottom of the barrel, so to speak, financially. We were living in Mexico. We'd been through a couple of ministry changes, didn't have a lot of money coming in at all support-wise, and had nothing consistent from our own efforts. And we were really, really struggling, like just to make it from one week to the next and make sure bills are paid and all that kind of thing. And it's just not a fun place to live. And when we decided to do our online business, which the main part of that one of the main parts of that business today is a homeschool curriculum for Spanish speakers. But when we got all of that started, I remember very specifically looking at him one day and saying, Tap, when this makes us money, when we have the freedom that we're looking for through this online business, I want to be able to take what we learn and share it with other women so that they can also have that freedom and that, I don't even know if freedom is the right word, but just that sense of not being stressed. Like we just felt heavy and stressed all the time because of money or the lack of it. And I remember saying to him, when this is making money for us, I want to be able to teach other women how to do the same thing and how to feel the way this feels, to not have that worry and that concern. And so that's why we started a couple years into this. Once we started making consistent income, then we started the Blog Connection to be able to share that with other people.
It's so inspiring to me, and I know exactly where you're at when you're talking about, the money and the stress behind that, because that is a huge factor for most families. And I know most women that are in some type of business or some type of, sideline job that they're trying to get off the ground, and it can be hard. And one of the things that I love about the Connection, and as I mentioned, I've been a member for a number of years, and the one thing that I love is the community support and the personal assistance. I mean, there's group coaching, and you can be online. There's the private group, the Facebook group, and support from other members, which is amazing. But then there's you, and I really feel like you, Katie, is what sets Blog Connection apart from other memberships. So tell us a little bit about that community support and how the personal assistance works from you.
In the Blog Connection, we have, of course, our foundational materials. There's 4 modules plus a bonus module in the what do you call it, the course hub or the content hub. But then every month we also have a focus of a certain topic that we're going deeper into. And the whole point of this, obviously, is to help women with their blogs to make money, to make it a business. We're moving from a hobby mindset to this is my business, I'm making money with this. And so each of those things, whether it's content planning, whether it's list building, whether it's driving traffic, whether it's affiliate marketing or creating your own products, whatever that monthly focus is, then we're going deeper into that within the Facebook group each month. And so in addition to those foundational modules that get you kind of up to speed business-wise, we're going deeper into those subjects. And even people, you've been in there for several years, but every time we come around, we're going deeper into that for you wherever you are. And so I really feel like it's something where we're trying to get mastery. Wherever you are in that journey of business, we're going deeper. And we do have 2 live calls every month where it's just like this, you and me and whoever shows up for the call on this live training call to have a conversation around the topic and around your business or around whatever questions you have this month. We're looking at how do we take that next step in your business. And I'm still in there every day myself, answering questions in the Facebook group, on the calls with people, you know, and so it's the hands-on coaching. And there's not a lot of other places right now where you can get that kind of coaching for the price that we offer it.
And I love that. And I love what you just said about the mindset shift from hobby to, you know, an actual business. That was huge for me. When I started, you know, the Lord had given me this message, and it was kind of fun to dabble around with WordPress and publish a post. And that was fun, but I didn't know how to take it to that next level. And being in the connection, not everything else that we've talked about included, but then there was just that accountability, right? Like this is what we're doing this month, or this is what we're focusing on. And it helped to keep me accountable, even though I had no idea what I was doing, like SEO, what, you know, marketing, what, but it made me be accountable. And the more I was around like-minded women, especially, and I really like that because women, you know, nothing against men, but when it's women, we get each other a little bit, you know, and we can talk freely amongst each other about things. And being around like-minded women and watching other women grow spurred me to be like, yeah, I can do this too. Like, I don't have to, this isn't just a hobby. I can actually make some money here. And, you know, you mentioned going deeper each time. And I think that's key because every time we go through something again, let's say, for example, let's say you're talking about, you know, list building. You know, I've been building my list for several years, but every time I'm at a different place in my business. And so I can go deeper because, okay, now I understand, you know, for me at first it was the whole, you know, what's a broadcast versus a sequence? How often do we email our people? And I've got that down, and now I'm refining the content that I'm emailing my people. And so when we go through marketing, we go email marketing again, then it spurs me to go deeper. And I really like that because the person that is brand new is going to learn where they're at, and the person that's been doing it for a year or two and in the connection for a while, there's still content there that's relevant to them. And I love this quote from Phyllis, one of our members. She says, the best thing about the blog connection are Katie's accessibility and her knowledge and willingness to share in terms I can understand without making me feel dumb. And I think that speaks volumes to what we were just saying, the atmosphere, the coaching. And it's so true because, again, if you're just getting started with blogging, you know, it's a whole subculture. There's all of these words you need to know. There's all of these things that you need to understand. And then as you get deeper, there's yet another set of things that you need to learn and understand. And so you are a great resource for all of that stuff.
That's something that actually lots of people have commented on before. And I've kind of come to realize that's sort of one of my strong points is being able to explain things in a way that is step-by-step and makes sense. That, you know, it's not scary and there are no dumb questions. We all started out in the same place. We all have to learn the same way, ask the same questions as we move through. And so just remembering that those who are behind, you know, we were there not too long ago. And so bringing them up along with us and being able to break those things down into terms that everybody can understand. And you know, I met someone at a conference recently and was like, it took me the whole first day to understand what they were talking about when they said subs, like subscribers. You know, but we get into this lingo and in the blogosphere especially, we start using these, you know, industry terms, so to speak, and it becomes blog speak. And if you're new to that and you don't understand, you do need somebody who can explain that to you and a safe place to ask that question without feeling dumb. And that's the atmosphere, that's the community that we've created in the Blog Connection.
And that's right on with what you're doing. There's no better way to describe it. Now, speaking of, you know, blogger speak and those blog terms, it's called the Blog Connection. But I have friends that are in business. I have a gal that is a coach that works with traumatized individuals and works through them. I have friends that are into essential oils and teach and train about that kind of stuff. how can the blog connection help women that are in those types of businesses that maybe don't even necessarily have a blog, so to speak, but they have a message that they want to share?
We've got lots of ladies in the blog connection right now who don't necessarily blog on a regular basis, but they have a website, they have a business, they have a service or a product that they provide. And so the business mindset that we're creating and the fact that we're covering all of these different business type topics all year, like we just keep circling around to these and going deeper into how do I make my business better in this area? How do I make my business better in this area? It's not strictly related to blogs. It's called the Blog Connection because that's where we started out. But it really, if you have a blog, you have a business. And so you could just as easily call it the Business Connection, but we're not talking about businesses with 30 employees necessarily. We're mainly talking about solopreneur women with an online presence. And so it absolutely can help in that area. You also have an email list that you have to market to. You are also doing stuff on social media. You are also a perfect candidate for affiliate marketing and promoting related products to your audience, or work collaborating with others who have serve the same people you do with your overlapping products and services. And so, whether it is homeschool material, whether it is organizing services, whether it is authors, we have a wide variety of people within the Blog Connection, and all of them getting help to grow their business.
Great. Yeah, I think there's value for any woman that has an online presence and has something that she wants to share with the world. I think the connection is the best place for her to be. So speak to that woman, Katie, that is watching this, that isn't really making money. She's maybe still a hobby blogger. She wants to make money and she sees some potential, but maybe she's torn between, okay, how do I spend more money? And I've been there, and I know I've talked to you about this. Like, how do I spend more money when I'm still not meeting the financial goals that I've set for myself? How do I invest more? Speak to that lady and tell her what she needs to know about the connection.
Well, I think at some point we get tired of hearing you have to spend more to make more, because we don't understand maybe visually or practically how that works out. But there's also the phrase that you become like the 5 people you hang around with the most. And a lot of those other, the association things. When you get in there and you hear what other people in your community are doing and the progress that they're making, it inspires you. It gives you new ideas. On the coaching calls, we have brainstorming to help you grow your business in different areas. And we've had multiple people in the Blog Connection say, I was blogging for years and I never made money until I joined the connection. Right. And so just the being part of that community and having that, the mental inspiration, the mental, I can't find the right word in English right now, but that whole like spurring you on and inspiration and the community and the feedback, brainstorming and the collaboration is really, really been helpful for a lot of our members, that has allowed them to grow to a point where they were making an income. And, we're only charging $47 a month right now, right? It's not a lot of money when you can think about, like, if you were to go and hire a coach for an hour on a business topic, you're looking at $300 for an hour. And we're doing 2 hours of group coaching every month for $47, plus the community aspect inside the group, plus all the materials that you have in the Teachable Hub, and so there's a lot of great value. I don't know anywhere else where you can get this kind of coaching and community for that price. And that was we've done that intentionally, because when we started in business, we got stuck. We were at a point where, like, I'm doing everything I know to do, and we're still not moving. Like, we're plateaued. We're not growing. We're not earning more. Like, what is the problem? I can't see where it is. And a lot of times we are so in our business that we can't see, the whole story very well. We need somebody outside of our business with a different perspective, with different experience, to speak into us and say, well, have you tried this? And what about this? And how are you doing that? Is there, my experience is, if you do it this way, there's so much value in getting that coaching, and that even from peers who have different life experiences or different business experiences and can speak into what you're doing. And we were stuck at way back at the beginning. And I remember the only coach that I knew of at the time, and I went to him and asked about his coaching, and he quoted me, you know, in 2012, he quoted me $50 an hour. And I laughed in his face. I was like, you've got to be kidding. It's like, what's your real rate? You know? And he's like, no, that's my real rate. And he didn't budge. And so I was like, all right, then give me a couple of weeks, you know, and I had to go back and talk to my husband and revamp some things and be like, all right, how can we get $50 so we can go talk to him and get the help we need? And we did it. But that feeling of, you know, I'm stuck, I need help. And he's asking, you know, it may have been $5,000 at that point in my life. You know, it was just it felt like an astronomical amount of money, but I had to have that help. And that feeling of like, ugh, I need it, but I can't get it. And it's out of reach for me right now. And how long, you know, what's it going to do to my business to have to wait long enough to get this? I was like, I don't want to ever forget what that felt like. And so that's why we keep the coaching at the price that it's at in the Blog Connection. Yes, we have other things that are higher priced. We've got a $2,000 Create Your Course with Me course. We've got retreats. We've got other things that we offer that are higher prices. But if you can't afford that, I don't want you to go without the coaching that you need. And that's why we keep the Blog Connection at the price that it's at, so that the new to intermediate bloggers and business owners have access to a community of peers and a business coach for that time that they need it.
And that's great. And that speaks to the heart of who you are, that you want to reach. You're not just looking to reach the people that are already making money, that want to make more, but you still know what it's like. And, you know, I was in management for a number of years. And one thing that always frustrated me was when people made it to upper management, it was like they forgot what it felt like to be an employee. They forgot what it felt like. And even though we're not talking about, you know, employee and manager, you haven't forgotten what it feels like to be at the start of your business. And that is such a blessing to those of us in the connection. And, you know, I'm a budget coach, so my mind looks at the numbers, and $47 a month is like $1.56, $1.57 a day, right? Like that's
to have a coach on call.
I just spent $4 at Starbucks and didn't blink about it. And that was one coffee that lasted me 10 minutes, right? So let's put aside $1.57 a day. And what you're going to get out of that is well over and above. I mean, you know, if you think about it that way, if I can make $50, if being in the connection can help me make $50 a month, it's paid for itself. And if you are committed and you put into practice the things that Katie is teaching, you will make $50 a month. You know, it might not happen the first 2 days, but if you put into place what she's teaching you and you follow her advice and you ask questions, that's another thing. It's being engaged in the group and being engaged with the content. You can definitely earn or see your business grow from where you're at right now. That's amazing, Katie. I'm so excited.
Coaching is not a VA. Like some people get this idea like, oh, I'll just hire a coach and it'll happen, right? And right. So like, I think that's an important distinction to make when you're new in business and you're looking for a business coach. A business coach is there to offer advice and expertise specific to your situation from their experience, right? So they're going to give you steps to take. They're going to give you ideas. They're going to ask questions to help you see and decide what you need to do. But they're not a virtual assistant. They're not going to do the work for you. You still got to be willing to put that work in. But that being said, right. I mean, there are people who pay thousands every month. Like as our business has grown, we have paid thousands for coaches in different situations. And so you have to be willing to make that investment, which also comes with a personal commitment to do the work in order to grow your business and have a bigger impact. Because like you said, it's not about the money in the end. We have to have money to live. We have to have money to operate our life and our business and our family. But in the end, more money means more impact. It means I'm freer to do the things I want to do, to help the people I want to help, to give the amounts I want to give, to make an impact the way I'm supposed to make an impact, to get that message out to the people I'm supposed to get my message out to.
Exactly. And that's what it's about. When we have been given a message that we want to share, we need to get it out to the world. And we need women like you to help us get our thoughts collected and put it into a format that enables us to teach women or men, whoever we're teaching, whoever we're trying to reach. But yeah, I think it's amazing what you do. I know, like, personally, my business has grown. I have been challenged to change my thinking on how I thought about my business and how I approach my business, and approach it as a business and not just approach it as, well, I'm just writing some blog posts and I'm just gonna, try to get an email list. But I've really been blessed and challenged to grow my business. And it does take commitment. Business takes commitment and it takes time. But with your help and the help of the connection, I've been able to take those next steps. And what do you always say? Just the next right thing. What's the next right step that I need to take? And that's where I think the connection can benefit any woman that's in business.
Yep.
Thank you so much, Katie. I'm so excited to see the connection open again for women who are interested.
So our next open cart is July 15th, 2019. We only open it a couple of times a year. And so we'll open our doors on July 15th for new members. It'll only be open for a few days. And then we'll shut that down to be able to focus on really helping our new people grow and get into the rhythm of the Blog Connection. If this sounds like something you need to grow your business, you want to be sure to get in here in July, because 6 months from now, you could be sitting in the same spot, or you could be with us and have grown your business incredibly. So we'd love to have you join us. theblogconnection.com, or you can use Danielle's affiliate link that she shares with this video, and get on the waiting list, and so that you get priority notification when we open our doors on July 15th.
That's awesome, Katie. Thanks so much for taking time to share with the viewers what is going on with the connection. And I am excited to see new members in the group. So I hope some of you that are watching will join the connection, and I will see you in the group. God bless you guys. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.